Well, hi everybody. We are here again. Yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning, good night, good day, something good life. I am here again as your host. My name is Verona Willis-Brown, and I'm here to show up again to show you that we are in support of each other. This is a platform that was created to inspire you, empower you, encourage you, but most of all, to support you. I am your host. And when I show up with the intention, with the expectation to deposit something in you, to deposit some greatness in you, to deposit something positive in you. So what? We can go through life by replenishing the earth. God gave us this time and space to replenish this earth. And that's why he said, be fruitful and multiply so we can replenish the earth. So when I show up here, I'm showing up here to call you into your position to come on in so we could work together. Life is not easy. Of course, nothing is easy, but we have to go through the path. We have to go through the process. Yep. We hear this all the time. Oh, life is so hard. Life is so hard. And absolutely, life can be as hard as you want it. But at the end of the day, we have the power, and the power lies in our language, our intention, and our action. So when I show up here, even when I don't want to, my goodness, it is showing you that I am dedicated to come on in here and pour into you. That's why I show up. So let me tell you, when you're coming on this platform, we are going to drop some juicy contents and some golden nuggets, and we are going to make it happen. Ba, 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 ba. Now, if this is your first time, I mean your absolute first time on this platform, first time seeing the show, the Question Live show, first time being on the All You Free Enough platform, and of course, first time being about Verona Willis-Brown. Well, I owe it to you to introduce myself. Again, my name is Verona Willis-Brown. I am your host. I've been hosting the show for the past 10 seasons. We are in our 329 episode today. And it's because you show up, I show up, and we show up together why I could make it to 329 episode. My goodness, let me tell you, it was some scratch head, some sweat, some giving up moments, some debating with myself moment, like why, oh, when, right? But guess what? I had to push through with the vision. I had to push through with what God gave me. So a little bit about me, a little bit about me, little bit about me. I am a native of the most beautiful place in the world. The most beautiful place in the world is Jamaica. I am from that beautiful place. I am very much a native of that beautiful place called Jamaica. Whoa, if you don't know a Jamaican, you need to find out find a Jamaican now. If you're not from Jamaica and you have some Jamaican blood in you, maybe 1%, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, listen, we in this together. So yes, indeed. So I am from that beautiful place. And another thing about me, we want to establish here today that I am a product of farmers. So, of course, I am considered a farmer's daughter. While I consider a farmer's daughter, I like to talk about that very much because what I do, I like to go back into my little childhood, pick up something out of it, and come here and apply it here, whether it's with the topic or with the content. You tell it it's an analogy, or we just put it and apply it to the contents here. Okay? So I like to talk very much about that. You see, in life, what we like to talk about, because it is relatable with just about everything that we talk about here. Why? Because a farmer's perspective is to sit, cultivate a land, plant something, wait for it to grow, but just don't sit there and wait for it to grow. Plant, maintain, and watch for the fruit of that labor. You labor out in the sun. My parents labor out in the sun, labor. And guess what? They wait for something to be produced out of a fertile ground. But guess what? They did something. They did something and they produced a seed, and that seed grew up to be me. Hello. That seed grew up to be me. Yes, and I'm so very grateful for my family, for my parents. Just because I'm saying that, I came from a huge family. Huge family. Okay, more than 10 people. I came from a huge family, so guess what happened? The time that they put in, they produce me. Yes, they did. And let me tell you, when I show up with their legacy on one of my shoulder. I show up with my legacy on the shoulder, and I show up to represent their legacy. And it is a pleasure to be chosen, because I was chosen to be the one to carry their legacy. And let me tell you something, it is beautiful. So you see, when we plant a seed in life, it is going to come out to something. Just don't plant it and sit there. Cultivate the land, fertilize the land, water the land, do something with the land, and watch that seed grow. Watch that grain go. And you see, my mother she planted a lot of flowers, and she would wait for the flowers to start blooming. And we are in a garden of flowers. Let's just put ourselves as a garden of flowers, waiting to be evolved into beautiful butterflies. So with that said, I want to say to you, this is your first time. No, you are part of the family. Put in the comment section that it is your first time. And when you put in the comment section that it is your first time, I adopt you in my family. And now my family got huge, more huge. Is huge a word? Huge. I guess huge is a word. We're going to say our family got huge. Why? Because you just came in and add to our family. So welcome. Don't forget to put that it is your first time. Type in first time, put a wave, something, so I can acknowledge you being here. Right? So good. Now that we got that, we're going to go to those who've been here. Second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever time, anytime after the first time. Now you are a returning audience. And if you are a returning audience, I say I'm so glad that you show up. Because when you show up, I show up, we show up together, and we work together, and we ignite our gifts and our talent, and we create a whole galaxy of greatness. Why? Greatness is inside of us. Yes, greatness is inside of us. And because greatness is inside of us, we want to work together. When we work together, we are stronger. When we work together, we will grow better. So we say, come on in here. Let us work together. Now, whether you are new or whether you are a returning audience, I want to say that we are all on this journey called life. Yes, we are all on this journey called life. And because we are all on this journey called life, we all have to create a path. Every one of us got a path to create on this journey. Your path might cross with my path. And what happened? We going to work together. But let me tell you something. The path that we are creating is called success. It is where we are defining success. And everybody defines success different. However you define success, that is up to you. I am not here to judge you on your success definition. I am just here to inform you or remind you that no one, absolutely no one can succeed by themselves. It doesn't matter who you are. Whether you are the president, the vice president, the governor, the mayor, the teacher, the student, the doctor, the lawyer, whatever position you find yourself in, even if you are a patient or a student, you cannot succeed by yourself. Absolutely not. You cannot succeed by yourself. So therefore, my message here is to let you know that we need each other. We need each other to grow. We need each other to multiply. We need each other to replenish the earth. So let us get this in full understanding. Let us raise our level of consciousness and get this understanding of what it is to work together. This is what it is to work together, is that you might have something that I need and I might have something that you need. Everyone get to a level at a different pace. There is a ladder, okay? A ladder. And everybody can get on the first step together. So if you get to a point in that ladder, reach back and get somebody. Put a finger and say, latch onto my finger. Let's go. Do not leave people behind because you already got here. No. Once you get here, it is an opportunity to go back, raise your hand, give back, and help another person. Now, I want to say, you see, I talk about my big family. Let me tell you something. I got the opportunity, I got the permission to talk about my family right here on this show. I have the permission to talk about them. So if you want to hear about my family, just draw a little bit closer. Come on in here a little bit closer so we can talk about them. But before we go into talking about my family, I want to let you know that on this show, we like to use F words. We like to use F word on this show. Well, we kind of like use three of them, 3 F words, and that is faith, family, and fun. F words are our friends. We use them here whether we say them by mouth or we apply them. The first one is faith. Yes, why do I use faith? Because faith is what got me here. Whether it was a shaky faith, broken faith, unstable faith, or strong faith. Whatever the case is, it was faith that got me right here to become your host. It is faith that has got me through a lot of circumstances to make it and to accomplish a lot of things. And of course, one of them is your host. So it is faith. It is faith that I put God first, because my father always said to me, put God first. So when we consider putting God first, what is happening? God is in front of us, because anything that is first simply means you are going to follow. So when my father kept saying, put God first, simply means anything that I set my mind to, God is here. So I must be seeing God before I make a decision. I must be seeing God before I make a next step. Because God is here, and God is saying, no, 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 no. God is saying, yes, good job. God is saying, oh, why would you do that? God is standing there. So you don't think God questioned? God is like, no, don't withdraw. Take that back. Withdraw. Not the time. Not the time. This is not the time. I'll tell you when. Okay? So put God first in every single thing that you do. Put God first, because with God first, listen, if God created us, God knows exactly what's best for us. You don't believe me? Yeah, God knows exactly what's best for us. So we use that F word in every essence here, because faith is what we hold on to. I hold on to faith. I lock myself into faith. I said, listen, I'm going to have like a, like you have a little collar. I don't have a collar on this, but you have a collar like, faith, honey. Faith is what we're doing. The next word is family. I have a huge family. Yes, indeed. And because we have a huge family, let me tell you, this is your time. This is your time to come on in here. Let me talk about my family. My family, I have a huge family. And because I have a huge family, we have birthdays every month. Absolutely. A birthday every month. Literally. When I say literally, I mean literally. Since the beginning of the year, January 1st, our birthdays start. Literally. Trickle all the way down. So sometimes we have 2, 3, 4, 5 birthdays in 1 month. 6, a lot of birthday. So what is it? It takes us to the next F word, which is fun. We like to have fun here, so that doesn't mean we like to celebrate. So I celebrate my family who is having birthday this month. Yes, family out there, you haven't. I don't call no name. I don't call no name because somebody might say, "Ooh, you missed my birthday. You missed my birthday." So I don't want nobody to call me to tell me that. So I said, big shout out to all of you family who enjoying your birthday in this month. Right? So now listen to me. Listen up very, very close. We like to celebrate here. So whatever is it that you have to celebrate, maybe it is your birthday, your anniversary, your boo's birthday, your children's birthday, your neighbor's birthday, the supermarket cashier that you know, that you're very close, your friend's birthday. We would like to celebrate with you. Put in the comment section that it is your birthday. So what? We could celebrate with you. I have my cheerleading squad over here, and because I do, I would like to celebrate with you. I like to celebrate whether it is your anniversary, whether you got proposed to, you met a boo, you found out you're having a baby, you had a baby, you got married, all that good stuff. You made an extra step toward developing yourself. You made an extra step in your growth. You made an extra step into saying, hey, I want to be a better person. Whatever the case is, I want to say to you, we like to celebrate you. Ladies, maybe you fit up in that little black dress that you've been holding on for 10 years. Man, do you hold on to something? Listen, man, do you sit there and say, when I drop 10 pounds, I'm going to go into my shirt or pants? Do you hold on to suits and shirts and pants in your house? Because I know there's something about ladies holding on to that specific dress in the back of the closet and say, oh, when I drop 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, I'm going to go right back in that dress. So I want to know, men, if you're out there and you are holding on to clothes for the past 10, 15, 20 years, and you're like, one day I am going to go fit in this, come in here. Let me know. Talk to me. Let me know. Right? So if your country is celebrating something, if your culture is celebrating something, I want to know. Because when we celebrate each other, it is a form of support. And that is our message here, to support each other. So come on in the room. Let us celebrate. Oh. Let us celebrate each other. Anybody see my eye? Oh my God. Whatever happened to my eye? Oh. It's okay. Right? So whatever it is, everything that's positive that you would like to celebrate, we would like to celebrate with you. Put in the comment section, what is it that you would like to celebrate? Me, I love to celebrate Jamaica. All day, every day, I like to celebrate my little island. So with that said, let me find what we're going to celebrate with Jamaica. We talked about this last night, but I want to celebrate them again. Yes, indeed. They said, big up yourself, Jamaica. Breaking history out there. Right here. Listen to me, people. Look at this. Come in here. Come. Look at this. Jamaica. We say congratulations to Team Jamaica. The first. Do you see that? Do you see it? The first ever in ice hockey history. Jamaica won. Okay? Ice hockey. Jamaica won against Lebanon. So we like to cheer. Where's my cheerleading squad? Oh, hold on. I got a cheerleading squad. Here goes my cheerleading. Ooh, what happened here? Oh. We like to cheer up in here. Yes, we do. So let's get the cheerleading squad. Yes, we do. Go Jamaica, go. Go Jamaica, go. Yes. So we will like to celebrate. See, I told you I got a cheerleading squad. So don't feel shy when you accomplish something. So come on up in here. Put in the comment section so we can talk about it. We want to talk about it. So come on in here. Let us. Look at that. Good. Yay, we got a cheerleading squad. I told you. So yes, hooray for Jamaica. Hooray for Jamaica. When it's your time, it's just your time, honey. When you got to break, when you got to make history, you make history. We're not breaking nothing. When you got to make history, you make history. Yep, indeed. So go. Yes. So, and oh, that's not, see, I told you I got a cheerleading squad right here. So if you're a first timer, come on in here so we can, so my cheerleading squad could cheer for you. Right? So good. So again, if your culture is celebrating something, you achieve something, you're about to achieve something, come on in here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So tonight we are going to talk about oh my goodness, excuse me, I am so sorry, excuse me. Anybody out there tired, feel sleepy? If you're feeling sleepy, raise your hand. So I don't know, I am the only one sleepy. I'm sleepy. Yes, I am sleepy because I am up putting things together. Look out because some new stuff is coming out. Some new content's coming out, some new stuff coming out. So I was busy just working. Oh my God, I think I worked over 15 hours. Yeah, I worked because when I show up for myself, I am showing up for you too. So Lord, somebody, anybody remember that cartoon? That you take that little matchstick and it's like, oh, open your eyes. Right? Your eyes closed and open it out with the matchstick. Anybody remember that? Listen, I told you that I like to talk about my family. I like to go back into my past and use my past because I like to talk about me growing up and the beautiful island, okay? So some days, let me tell you about me. Yes, I do. Let me tell you about me. See, some days when it was time to go to school because school was very early. Anybody can relate? School was very early, very early. Simply me, my mama, who was the best cook in the world, would get up and start preparing breakfast. Anybody know? Anybody know? Some breakfast early in the morning. Sit down around the table, say your grace, have your breakfast, and run on to school before school bell ring. We had a school bell, right? We had a school bell like that, ding, 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 ding. And where I live, I was on top of the mountain, and I could overlook the school. There was a principal, and the principal used to stand. There was a big gate. The principal used to stand by the gate, not with only the school bell ringing, because the school bell could be ringing by a student or somebody under the staff. But he sat there with a belt. He was waiting for you to be late. If you're late, you was going to get it. So I tell you what, some morning, talking about time, some morning when it was time for us to go to school, oh my God. You're sleepy. Oh, you don't want to get up. You're sleepy. Oh, when is it time to get? Oh, you're sleepy. When you're like, oh, it's time to go. No, I want to sleep some more. Oh, I want to. Mm-hmm. So those days, whoo, child, they taught me well because they taught me when you're supposed to get up and put in the work. Don't wait for others. Even when my mother used to like, let's go. Don't sit and wait for others. Show up, wake up, and move. Move it. Get going on your passion. Get going on your purpose. Get going and represent who you are, and that is greatness. So let's go into tonight's topic, because tonight's topic is talking about when. When is it? Huh? When? When is it? When will you grow up? When simply mean that it's relating to time. When? Let's talk about when really quick. When, as parents, we say, when will you grow up? When will you grow up? When will, we go back to our children, when will you grow up? Or as children, you see how life got a way to reverse itself? When we become adults, we say to our children, oh, when will you grow up and go do something? When will you grow up and get a job? When will you grow up and married? When will you grow up and have children? When will you grow up and this? When will you grow up? When will you grow up and go to college? Right? And as children, we said, when I grow up, I want to be. So at what point we are sharing space? We are sharing space. Believe me, we are sharing space in our childlike self and in our adult self at the same time. So as a child, when I grow up, I want to be. Some people never grow up. Some people never mature. And to say, or some people, when they say, when I grow up, I want to be something. Some people forget about that dream. It is a dream. It is a moment. It's a time to dream. Oh, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher. When I grow up. And we say, when we want to grow up, when we want to grow up. But how many of you know that the same concept of when we grow up, we want to do something still lies somewhere, because the very things that we desire then, that we want to be, is still inside of us. Yes. The very desire, we might grow up into age, but it's the same desire. Oh, I want to be this. Oh, I want to be that. How many of you out there that said you wanted to be something as a child and you got into that profession? How many of you said that you want to be something, and yet right now in your adult age you are that? You see, there's something about you want to become something, but right now is your time to be that. Right now is your time to work towards being that person. Why? Because now you're going to operate around. Put your mind around being that person. Oh, I want to be a doctor. That's not saying that you're going to go to the hospital, put on your scrub, and say, I am doctor. You're going to start telling yourself that, yes, you are that doctor that you want to become. Because for you to become something, you have to operate mentally as that person. So mentally, not physical, because physical, you got to go to college, degrees, and lab, and this and that. But mentally, you start gravitating to say, when I get to that point, I am going to be the best doctor. I mentor youths, right? And I tell you, I'm going to tell you about my stories. And I had the opportunity to meet an entire school, an entire class. They not just a class, but an entire school body. The entire class. It was from first grade all the way to sixth grade. And I remember meeting with one group. They were the reading group. I remember meeting with them, and I remember going to different classes. Fourth grade classes, I sat down with them. Fifth grade class, I sat down with them. The sixth grade class, I sat down with them. And I spent days. I spent probably about 3 days in the school mentoring these students. It was so wonderful just to mentor them. And I sat with them. And I remember saying to the entire class, they sat in the class, some giving trouble, some not misbehaving, all sort of stuff. But I sat in each class, and this was the sixth grade class. And when in Jamaica, you graduated in the sixth grade. Come on in, let me tell you. I'm not telling no tale. In Jamaica, you are getting out of elementary school in the sixth grade. Simply means you are going to high school right away. So this was a graduating class. This was a class that I sat with and I said, okay, now listen up. You are getting ready to go into another milestone. You are getting ready to go to high school. Some of you might go local. Some of you might transfer to, distant foreigners and migrate and so forth. But we have a saying, we have a question. What would you like to be when you grow up? I had so many of them in that class and said, oh, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a chef, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a nurse. And they all listed the things that they would like to be. So what I did with them, so maybe one of them called maybe TT. Okay, let's just say TT. And I would say, okay, TT, you would like to be a nurse when you grow up. Simply mean that you're going to grow out of the 6th grade, 7th grade, and go into different grades. Simply mean you're going into levels to get to the point where you are now that professional person. So you would like to be a nurse, huh? So yes. And I said, okay, a nurse got to present themselves. So what I did in that mentorship, I said, okay, now that you want to be a nurse, come and address me as a nurse. Simply mean I need for you to put on your confidence. I need for you to put on the coat of confidence. Now you're going to say, I am Nurse Titi. Yes, because you have to train your children for them to grow into that which they desire to be. So I would say, Nurse Titi, good morning, Nurse Titi. No, Nurse Titi got to respond to me because maybe I am the director of the hospital. Maybe I am a patient of the hospital. Maybe I'm visiting somebody of the hospital, and there goes Nurse Titi right there. I'm going to walk in. So we had a role play. We did a little role play, and I did a role play, and I said, okay, now I grow up. No, I'm going to be up in age. By the time Nurse Titi become a nurse, I am far gone in my age. So it will happen that I am going to go into some hospital somewhere, and I'm going to see this beautiful young lady, and I'm going to look at her name badge, and I'm going to see the name. I'm going to recognize the name, and I'm going to say, good morning, Nurse Titi. So what happened? That is where you pour into them from now. Train them into that behavior. Train them into that mentality. So Nurse Titi can't just like picking her fingers, biting her nails, scratching her head, doing something. No. Nurse Titi got to come to me and say, good morning. I am Nurse Titi. How may I help you? Right? So we had a good role playing for like a couple of days. We did a good role playing. Someone want to be a mechanic. I said, listen, if you are not paying attention in your classroom in the 6th grade, how can you become an effective mechanic? Oh, you want to be a chef? How can I say, hi, Chef Carl? How can you become a chef if you are not paying attention in class? So if your teacher said, oh, you don't pay attention, how can you become a proper chef, a proper mechanic if you're not paying attention in the 6th grade when levels are waiting for you to become the best chef? So what happened when we are talking about when will our children grow up? So what happened? We want to know that when we become the best version of ourselves, we are already solidified into that mentality that our best version is waiting for us. We want to be solidified in the consciousness that we are going into something, because when is a time frame, when it's saying that I am going to be the best version of myself. So what are we doing when we are going to get to the best version of ourselves? Play roles with your children, with your students, teachers. Hold on a second. Teachers, remember this, that when you are a teacher, you're not just showing up for a paycheck. When you are a teacher, you are not just showing up to get paid. Play a role with your student. Play a role. Be the role model. You come into class and you ask them, what is it that you desire to be from here? So even if they're in the 4th grade, you ask them the same question. What is it that you desire to be after this 4th grade? After you graduated from this school, what is it that you desire to do? Oh, you desire to be the best student. Oh, you desire to be this. Play a role with them. Maybe you have a day. Maybe you have a day where it's play role. Maybe it's a professional day. And I know at this very school, they have professional days. And several schools in Jamaica, they have professional days. Simply mean that which you desire to be, that is how you're going to dress, come in there. You come in there as a fireman, as nurse, as a teacher, as a lawyer, as a doctor, as a basketball player, a cricketer, whatever. That is how you're coming up in there. So I know there are schools in Jamaica that they say, this is the time that we are going to come in and we're going to exercise that. So I ask you, teachers, play those roles with your students. Call them by that name that they desire to be. I know. Sometimes we say we want to be, and then we just change it. Yeah. That time we get through life, we're like, I don't want to be that no more. But regardless of regardless of them changing that which they desire to be from the time they were like 6 years old, still point them that mentality. Because even though you pour into them, when you pour into them, maybe they're like, oh, I want to be a teacher when I grow up. Maybe they're 5 when they're saying this. Now, when they get to high school, I don't want to be a teacher no more. When they get to college, they don't want to be a teacher. But if we put into them with that mentality, even though they're going to change to say, I want to be a doctor now, the mentalities are already there. They're already conscious that there's something about becoming this person. There is a time that's going to come where you are now going to become something and someone higher than being 5. So that mentality is already there. So we want to work on the mentality of our children. So when we grow up into that mentality as an adult and we are not exercising that, it's because somewhere along the line, somebody didn't pour into us. Somebody did not fixate that mentality. Somebody did not curve it enough to say, so you are going to be the best doctor ever. You are going to be the best doctor coming out of Jamaica, out of India, out of America. You are going to make a mark. Parents, keep on pouring into your children with this mentality so they can grow into this mentality that, guess what? Even if I get into my teenage years, I am going to be. Right? So when is very important. So as we say, when we grow up, we want to do something. When our children grow up, they want to do something as well. But what happened when we as adults? Oh, when our children grow up, we want them to move out and do this and do that. When are you going to walk? When are you going to creep? When are you going to this? When are you going to that? So we want to like, when we grow up, this is what was going to happen. Another thing is, when I have enough of something. What are we talking about? Oftentimes we go through life to say that I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough time to do this. I don't have enough friends to do this. I don't have enough shares. I don't have enough of this. When will be my time? When will be my hour? When will God see me? When will God award me? When? When will I have enough time? Time is not waiting for nobody. Let's get that straight. Yep, sit on that sofa. When will I learn a new trade? Right now. Now is the opportunity. So when I don't have enough money. And that's understandable. I got it. But the time that we're saying that we don't have enough money is the time for us to build up something else. It's not just money that make it. When we have money, we have skills, we have passion, we have goals, we have vision, we have dreams, we have expectation. So when we don't have enough money, don't say, oh, when I have enough money, I'm going to do this. When I have enough money, I'm going to go on vacation. When I have money, I'm going to buy this for you. But guess what? It's the mentality again. When you don't have enough money, operate with another skill. When you don't have enough money, write a dream down. When you don't have enough money, write a vision down. When you don't have enough money, write your expectation down. When you don't have enough money, write a letter to God. When you don't have enough money, write a letter to yourself. Because when we don't have enough money, we have the tendency to say, oh my God, I don't have enough money. What am I going to do? When you don't have enough money, write what you are going to do when you get that money. Set up some goals. Oh, I don't have enough money to send my children to school. I don't have enough money to buy this. I don't have enough money to buy that. I don't have enough money to buy food. What will you do if you get that money? Yes. So what we are going to do when we have enough, when we don't have enough, I say time is the master. So when we don't have enough, oh, I don't have. Oh, I don't have. Don't keep on crying that you don't have something. Because the more you keep on crying that you don't have that thing, is the less you're gonna have. Is the less you're gonna have it. You don't believe me? Try it. I don't have enough money. What is gonna happen? Money's not gonna come to you. Because you're setting up yourself to say, I don't have enough money. I don't have the right amount of money yet. See that? I don't have enough money. You keep avoid when you say, I don't have enough money. When will I have enough money? Don't set yourself up for failure, because oftentimes what we do, we set up ourselves for failure based on what we are saying. When I have enough money, I'm going to go on a big vacation. You don't have to go on a big vacation now. Consider your mentality to say, okay, when I have enough money, I'm going to go on vacation and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Inside of your house, create a vacation space. Yes, create a vacation space to say, today I would like to do this. I would like to do that. Dream of that vacation inside of your house and say, when I have more money, I am going on this vacation. Write the vacation down. When I have enough money, I am going to build a house. Start visualizing the house. I personally don't like vision boards. If we are looking at photo, especially when it got photos on it, I don't like those vision boards. I like vision board that I write myself. So, a house. Vision yourself in how many bedroom house, what you're going to do in the house. You're smelling the scent of the house. Does the house got a stairs? If I am visioning a picture of somebody else's house, that's not my house. So I don't like vision board where I am looking at a photo of somebody else's things. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm looking at somebody else's car. No, I don't like that. When you're visioning something, create it, even if it's not drawing properly. But okay, if you're not someone who can draw well, because me, I sketch up something real fast. But if you're sitting there, when will I get a house that's going to have a pool outside? Write it down. Because when will I have enough money to buy that house with that? When will I have that money? In the meantime that you don't have that money, you'll start writing it down. I desire to have a 6-bedroom house, upstairs, sideways, right here. Write details of that house. Then you might get somebody to draw it, right? When you finish writing it, you might get somebody to draw it for you. You want to have a 2-car garage, 3-car, 4-car garage. You want to have a pool in the backyard. Write it down. So when you get that money, what is going to happen? You're going to go right back to the thing, right back to your book. Maybe it's a notepad. Maybe it's one of those parents, you remember those poster boards that you used to do those science projects on? Get one of those plain poster boards. Write on it. This is the house that you desire to have. When I get enough money, I would like to have this house. 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4. Who's going to occupy this room? Okay, I'm going to have my grandchildren in this room. This is for the visitors. Oh, this is my study room. Write it down. The mentality. When I have money, I am going to open a business. I'm going to be a business owner. Write it down. Oh, I'm going to drive this car. Write it down. When will you do something? Right now, as I mentioned last night, not when you get in office, you are going to do something. Do it now. Not when you get elected. Do it now. Show up now for somebody. When will you impact a life? Now. When will you support somebody? Now. When will you come out and say, I am going to do it? Now. When is very important. Not when you get into office, not when you grow up, not when you reach an adult to say, oh, when I get it, no. Now is our time. So let me tell you something. Viewers, let's hashtag that one too. Now is the time. Okay? Now is the time for us to come on in here, work together, show up together, and support each other. Every time you show up here, it is a form of support. Because oftentimes we hear support, and support, we put in it, can you help me? Can you support me? We think of money. But support don't always mean money. Support means, can you be here to listen to me? Can you be here to understand what I'm saying? Can you give me a space for my voice? Can you not judge me? Can you just encourage me? Yes, support is not always about money. Support each other. Support each other. It simply means that you are showing up for me and I am showing up for you. So I want to say to you, as we support each other, don't forget that when is a time frame. In the meantime, as we are waiting, when will our children grow up? Just remember, when will you invest in the best version of yourself is the solid statement. Your best version of yourself is out there waiting for you. So because it is out there waiting for you, I said, when will you start investing in the best version of yourself? When will you start investing in the children of our future, the children around the world? When will you start investing in the classroom? When will you start investing in the student? When will you start in lifting up humanity? When is very crucial at this point. Let us not wait until you go somewhere. Let us not wait until you get into office. Let's not wait until you grow up. Let's not wait for our children to grow up and move out. Let us enjoy life right now. And while we enjoy life, let us lift up humanity at the same time. When is it that we are going to lift up humanity? Now. Lift up humanity. So many people around the world. There's so many people around the world waiting for you to give them at least a cup of clean water. Why would we wait until we get somewhere? We have the resource right now. We have the resource right now. Let us take this opportunity to help humanity, not when we get into another section. Right now, we are in the season of abundance and overflow. We are in the season of season 11 for us for wide open doors. While we are waiting for the door to swing wide open, let us continue to plant seeds of positivity, plant seed of hope, plant seed of kindness, plant seed of courage, plant seed of love. And so when those doors open and those abundance of flowing, let us remember it was when we planted, that is when we are going to expect an harvest. If we don't plant something, we should have been sitting there waiting for another man's harvest. So when is very important. So again, when will you start supporting humanity? When will you start loving on each other? When will you start creating peace? That time is now. What is your when? When is it? When is your time? Your time is now. So I want to thank you so much for showing up. I want to thank you so much for being a part of this channel. As we grow together, just remember, you supporting me and I supporting you will give this world a better place. It will replenish the earth as our purpose. God created each and every one of us to have our individual purpose, but together, He said, let us put our purpose together and replenish the earth. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Question Live Show with your host, your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Thank you so much for tuning in.